Shalom Mishpocha. Well, here we are. We have been celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles in Exile here in the land of America. And not in Israel this year. We weren't in Israel for any of the fall holy days this year, unfortunately. But we were still told to rejoice. I say that in all of my little vlogs here. And so the Sabbath is approaching. It's Erev Shabbat, it's preparation day, and so I am making challah bread. And I just wanted to let you know that we are far away from the comforts of home, but we're being cozy here during Sukkot. We did Sukkot in an RV, but we got to sit out underneath the stars and fellowship with friends that were tenting here in Chandler, Oklahoma. And it was different. It was a very different Feast of Tabernacles for us. Lots of fellowship. I was sitting next to a woman today, and as I was listening to the teaching after the gentleman was done, she said, oh, I don't know if I believe XYZ about what he was saying. And it's interesting because I've learned to fellowship with people who don't believe the same way as I believe. And I think that's a good place to be, when you can discuss the scriptures and still love each other and still worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. You can still worship the God of heaven and not agree about all the theology about the God of heaven, or the way the end of days is going to carry out. We all want to see the final redemption happen, when the whole earth is turned back over to the sovereignty of our Heavenly Father. And so until then, we will fellowship and worship together, and those of us who hold dear to the Torah given to Moshe Rabbeinu, which includes keeping the Shabbat and abstaining from work on the Shabbat and observing the holy days, we'll all keep doing those holy days. And those who do not, we will respectfully and lovingly disagree with you. But we still love you, and we hope you still love us. And even between those of us who accept Rabbi Yeshua as the suffering servant of Yeshayahu, Isaiah chapter 53, as opposed to our Orthodox family who does not see his messiahship. Well, those that don't, because there are those that do. I just want to love everybody. Just want to love everyone, and I just want to see the final redemption come. I'm ready for the earth to be turned back over to King Messiah and see him seated on that throne in the restored Yerushalayim, and to see war cease and the tears stop and the pain and suffering and missing children. And we got a couple of missing children alerts while we were here praying for those children to be reunited with their families. It's a dark world, but we're still told from generation to generation to remember what we were commanded and to walk in the footsteps of the Messiah, who even unto death upheld the Torah given to Moshe in obedience to his Heavenly Father. Well, that's all for now, as we get ready for the Sabbath here in Chandler, Oklahoma, and the last of the fall feasts, and then we start being excited about Passover in the spring. We got to get through winter first, but I just wanted to shout out to you guys. Shalom Mishpocha.